one little prick in particular. But to be, Mick must know.
No, I don't know what it is, but as
and it's not Tyson Fury. It's not Tyson Fury that's saying it. It's not Mick Hennessy that's saying it. But these things are going to happen, and it's up to me to be able to deal with them, and I'm dealing with them. The fact is, as I say in my city, it's because I'm born and reared here. There's no point me saying Tyson Fury's city because he wasn't born and reared here. He was born and reared in Manchester. If it was Manchester, say this is his city. Figure of speech. There is my case.
Mick, can you just clarify the situation with Tyson and David Price and the relinquishing of the belts and so on?
Yeah, it's simple. It's Tyson Fury is a star. He's been groomed to be a star. He's on terrestrial TV. He goes out in front of millions of people. David Price, the only publicity, in my opinion, that he's been getting is off the back of Tyson Fury, being associated with him. Now, I offered him that fight to come on terrestrial TV, to come on Channel 5. If he really believed he could beat him, that's where you build stars, that's where you make stars. I offered him a fortune, a lot of money, a career best by a long way. He turned it down, so we're moving on.
Do you think it's something that's still on the agenda eventually though, or?
Who knows? Like Tyson's, number 7 with the WBC at the moment. David Price is way, way, way behind Tyson Fury. And in my opinion, he hasn't fought a live opponent yet. He really hasn't. You just see what Matt Skelton, a 45-year-old Matt Skelton, done to Tom Dallas the other day.
What's it this 40-year-old does on the 14th of April?
Who was fully prepared. Tom Dallas was fully prepared, unlike when he fought Price, he went in at 4 days' notice or something. You see what 45-year-old Matt Skelton done. That he hasn't fought a live opponent, so, as far as Tyson Fury goes, he's not even worth talking about. Martin Rogan's done a job on Matt Skelton in his prime. So...
His prime or mine?
It is prime, I'd say. We've got a live fight here. We've got a great fight, and this about he's been out for a while and everything else. Believe me, fighters throughout their careers pick up a lot of niggles and a lot of injuries. Sometimes it's times like this where it gives them a chance for everything to correct itself. And I've seen him at a couple of this is probably round 3 between me and Martin, but each time I see him, he looks in better shape. So we've not underestimated him in any way, shape or form. We know what he's up to. We know the sort of shape he's in. And as I said, any niggles he's had have probably repaired themselves, and he's coming to take what Tyson's got. So this is a serious fight, and believe me, I haven't underestimated it. And you can see the shape this man's in. He hasn't underestimated it either.
Martin, with so many of our fighters having to fight away from home,
yes,
the likes of Brian McGee, for example, how important is this big fight for Belfast boxing? This is a fight city, after all.
It is. This is one of the biggest cities for boxing, isn't it? And the fans come out in their numbers, as we've seen on 2 occasions, unfortunately, with injuries and stuff that was left me in the Odyssey Arena. But, as I say, getting back to this here, I get a great opportunity again to fight Tyson Fury, and I'm glad it's on. No matter what shape or form it came in, the fact is it's on, and it's great that the kids, a lot of kids out there like Tyson Fury, there's a lot of kids out there have a lot of respect. They don't often see a 6'9" man walking up and down to the city centre, so a lot of kids in that respect, witness a man at 6'9", plus, where he is and watching him fighting on Channel 5, as Mick Hennessy just said. And it's good for boxing. It's good for the younger generations coming through. That they actually, first of all, I'd like to say the way that Tyson Fury conducts himself. Obviously, we're always going to get to the odd bit of mouthing and bit of this, and it's part of the boxing game. But thankfully, we're not going down the road of Derek Chisora or David Ham, or going down that road to fire insults the way they did and attack each other. Not the time for fighting on the 14th of April. You get in there in a boxing contest, you let the kids and the mothers and fathers that bring their kids to watch it, you let them see that it's a boxing contest, and the winner progresses, and the loser of it tries to pick himself up and carry on with what he's going to do. And that's what, and you shake hands at the end of it, and that's what kids need to see. And I think, with all due respect, Tyson Fury's never said anything bad about me. He has said a few things. Obviously, at the heat of the moment, they said a few things. I've said things there too, but that's the way it goes. That's the way it is. But hopefully, that just get into the ring and do the damage there. That's where it'll be done. And hopefully that'll bring a lot more kids from all over Belfast, from every area, into boxing again, because that's what we're trying to do.
Nick, you have no concerns putting a big boxing bill on in Belfast? Is it something you continue to do in the future as well?
Absolutely. It's almost impossible to beat the passion that's here for fighting, for boxers. It's incredible. You know, Tyson's last fight, you know, the crowd there made the noise of about 20,000 people. The passion that's in Belfast is incredible. And I'm you know, I've promoted at the King's Hall now, and I've promoted at this is, you know, at the Odyssey now. So for me, this is something I've always wanted to do. It's great to be back in Belfast.
Tyson, you always said, hey, hurt football you couldn't box for Ireland at the Olympics. How special will it be for you to box for the Irish title, assuming that happens?
Well, providing it gets passed, it's going to be a good thing for me. Like I said, never got to go to the Olympic Games, and I never got to box for Ireland as a... Well, I did box for Ireland twice before as an amateur, but when it came to the big tournaments, they didn't want to send me. So it was sort of a thing it was more of a pride thing, to be honest. And now we're going to put it straight, so I'm just looking forward to the fight, you know. And I know Martin's got a lot to say about his destruction and devastation, but what can you say? All to be revealed on the 14th of April, and I hope he's fights as good as his words, because I've been sitting here not saying much, listening to him ramble on with Mick Hennessy, and I just hope he's prepared, because I've never put myself through this much training ever in my life. This for me may as well be the unified heavyweight championship of the world. This is where it is. It's right here in Belfast. This is the show. Nothing else. Klitschko's, no other fighter in the world matters to me apart from Martin Rogin on the 14th of April. And I've trained. I put myself to hell and back, yeah? And I never ever want to go there again. And I've done that, especially so I can go out there and perform to my best ability, be in fantastic shape, and climb myself up to the World Championship and stay there for as long as I want.
Would it be fair to say that in your last two fights you weren't in the condition you were when you fought Chisora?
To be honest with you, I've often in the past been into fights not in 100% condition and not 100% mentally as well. Last, I don't want to go on and make excuses, because what can you say? Got put down, got back up, knocked him out. But it's one of them things that I had a few problems going on at the time. I'm not going to go into that, but now I'm 100% focused on my aim, and my ball is to get to be the heavyweight champion of the world. And I see Martin Rogin as he's in my way. He's holding the key for me. He's stopping my family from eating. So any man who's going to get in a 6'9" man, 18 stone, who's been training like a demon in a gym, away from the media, away from the celebrity lifestyle, away from everything, locked myself away for that much time. I've not seen my family for 15 weeks by the time the fight comes, is in trouble. They're not taking nothing away from me, because I'm in destruction mode. No man, nothing, no army couldn't stop me on the 14th of April, so Martin Rogin hasn't got a chance. And to be honest with you, at 40 or 41, he is getting on a bit, isn't he? So I might have to get him the rocking chair and mic. You know what I mean? They might call him Big Rogie over here, but to me he's wee Rogie, cuddly Rogie.
That's right.
Tyson, how much of Martin's fights, or which particular fights have you studied?
To be honest with you, when I was a kid, yeah, I turned pro, what age was I when Mick? About 20 was I?
Just turning 20, yeah.
When I was 20, Martin Rogin was on the scene, you know. He was the man coming up. He won the prize fight and knocked them all out, whatever. Then he beat Matt Skelton, which no one expected him to do. I watched all them fights, and I only had like one or two pro fights then. And I'd rush back and watch the fight, because I knew it would always be a good fight, you know what I mean? He was one of them fighters that always came. There was no Nancy business. It was get stuck in, shit or bust, really. And that's the type of fighter that I like. And to watch when I'm watching it on TV and whatever. And I watched them two fights, and I always thought that he'd do really well. But like he said, he just never got the opportunity. He beat Matt Skelton. He beat the European champion of Matt Skelton at the time. And he also beat Audley Harrison, who was talked about like a top man, and he was Olympic gold medalist and whatever. So I believe he should have had a shot at the world title and against Ruslan Shagayev. But he never got the opportunity. He was messed around and fought Sam Sexton, whatever. And it was just one of them things. But like you say, he's got his big chance now to fight a top 10 rated fighter. And to be honest, I do think it's the case again of, it's one of them things where the young man is going to prevail over the old fella. Not that he's that old, but in boxing, he's getting on a bit, and it's like the young warrior always overtakes the old one. They've got to move over and make room. And here I am. Time to shine, baby. 2012, 2013 of my years.
I don't want to spoil your dream. Thank you very much for the compliments, by the way.
Fasten your
I don't wanna-
seatbelts, sit back and relax, because we're heading for the stars,
I
baby.
don't want to be ruining your dreams. But to see after the 14th of April, when I knock you out, you'll be able to go home a few weeks after that, 6 weeks, so that you repair yourself and give you plenty of time. See, you've been away from the family that long, and I understand what it's like because I've done there and I've been nervous myself in a minute. You'll be able to watch me again on TV, not the North.
Well, I've often said it in the past, but I will state this statement again. If Martin Rogan beats me, there'll be no more Tyson Fury. Definitely not. I've said that in the past. Put pressure on myself. But you know what it is? If Tyson Fury can't beat Martin Rogan, he's no chance of winning a world title. No disrespect. Obviously. If he beat me, I'd be going nowhere anyway. So where am I going to go? 23-year-old been beat by a 40-year-old man.
You can always come over here for a weekend with me.
Yeah, get out of my town. If he beats me, I'll have to go back to his house and shine his shoes for a living.
But seeing as you're so confident, that's what I love, a confident man. Seeing as you're so confident, then you made a statement in the King's Hall, and you made another statement when it was up against Derek the Lip Chisora, that you would, if he said that if Derek beat you, that you would offer you would give him your purse. Put down on a bit of paper that if I beat you, you'll give me your purse.
No problem. Well, if you want to, Martin, you've started this now. This is my type of language. I will do a winner take all any day of the week.
Oh yeah.
If you want to do that, there's the challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Winner takes all, and everyone here witnesses it.
Oh
The
yeah.
same, Mick.
Oh yeah. I'm your man.
I'm the gamest man in the country when it comes
Man
to
here's
spinning
gonna
or
have to get
gambling.
out a
No
serious
problem.
big check. I'm telling you. No, seriously, get the book as quick as you can, because he's going down.
Martin.
Nick, you wanted Tyson to fight for the Irish title before, and Tyson wanted to fight for it, but have you actually proved eligibility? Yes, that was a big issue beforehand.
Sorry, who's that for?
For yourself or Tyson, have you been on the BOI over eligibility?
Oh yeah, we proved that. We proved that.
So that's sorted out with them.
Have you been on to Mel, President?
Yeah, we've been speaking to Mel. So, we do, you know, to be fair, I don't like talking about these things until they're rubber stamped and confirmed, because that's Mel's business really. But you know, it's last time we spoke, it was looking good.
And it's the same for Martin.
I don't need to prove.
No,
I don't need to prove.
No, I know, of course you don't. But
Sorry.
are you currently registered?
Pardon?
Are you currently registered with the BFC, or are you with the BOI?
Well, you know, living here in the north, you know, you have an opportunity to have both things, the same as you can have both passports. Last year, I got a phone call from McKenzie wanting me to come over. Tyson was fighting Derek Chisora, and he asked me would I come over, and I think it was a few days before, would I take the fight, and I said certainly would, because obviously there's a lot at stake with McKenzie and Channel 5 and stuff like that. And being a boxer, you know, you take these opportunities and you jump in and you do it, and that's just the way it is, and that's part of sport. And as I said before, I never shied away from a fight. I don't intend to start. But I had my Irish licence already there, I already have my Irish licence, and when I went to go over to fight Tyson Fury, I was told I wasn't allowed to under my Irish licence, that I had to get a British licence again. And I ended up taking the British licence out again. And my Irish licence is run out in November, which is in the process of already getting brought back into play. The politics of it is totally over my head. I don't know what way it operates, because I'm living here in Belfast with an Irish passport. I'm an Irish citizen, so I don't see why I can't fight in Belfast with my Irish licence, or why I have to go and speak to the British Passport and Control. To me, it's something that really needs looked at, and the politicians need to look at it very strongly. Why an Irish licence holder needs to pay money to fight in his own city. You know, some of the politics of boxing is all messed up, I think. But that's the way it is. My Irish licence BR, they've said they're going to get theirs sorted out. So if that's what Mick's putting on, and that's what it is, then happy days.
Is it important to you if the fight's for the title, or are you just happy to fight?
Some fights don't need a belt, do they? Like, you know, some fights don't need a belt. If a belt don't have, if I pull it out now, it'll probably be worth as much to you as it is to me. You know, it's only to hold my jeans up. You know what I mean? And once you get the belt home, yeah, you know, last time I got a Commonwealth belt, I got abused in a newspaper to say that I'd been showing it up and down the road too much and blah blah blah. To me, I was never as jolly as to be respectful to win a Commonwealth belt. You know, when anything that you do, and you know, I think anybody in here that boxes, or any sport at all, that whenever you play, whenever you get a medal or a trophy, that's something that you hold very, very close to your chest, and you're so proud of the fact that you've won it. You know, so winning the Commonwealth belt to me was absolutely brilliant, fantastic, and it actually, I think it put me in the top 10 in the world at that stage, so I know what it feels like to be there. And as I said, I never got the breaks, but some fights don't need a belt. Tyson Fury and myself, it's just one of them fights that just doesn't need a belt. Very simply, it doesn't need a belt, because we're in Belfast, and Belfast loves me and I love Belfast, so there you have it.
Yeah, you know, Martin's right. You know, sometimes titles get in the way of great fights, and this is the right time, and it's a great fight, and it's never been about the titles. You know, Tyson Fury has basically gone beyond the titles, and you know, believe me, the biggest fight out there for any of the Klitschko's right now is Tyson, because profile wise around the world, he's the most talked about heavyweight behind them at the moment.